all, how are you all doing? Today is another normal routine lunch. So for that I'm going to make this doodhi. So I've cut up one doodhi, nice tender doodhi I've cut up. I have taken two medium-sized onions, two medium-sized tomatoes. I've cut it up, and this is two small pieces of coconut, and I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, that's dhania powder. Okay, so this onion and tomato I'm going to grind it. This coconut I'm going to grind it. All this grind to a fine paste, and I'll show it to you. So here you go, I have ground the onion and tomato. I added 1 Kashmiri chili. This is the coconut that I've ground, and now I'm going to start. So I've put on a cooker, and into the cooker I'm putting about 3 tablespoons of oil. And as soon as the oil is hot, I will put in this ground masala. That's the onion, tomato and red chili, Kashmiri red chili. And into that I will put in some salt, rock salt. This is half a teaspoon. Stir this all very well. Stirring it very well. As the onion and tomatoes are frying, I'll put in 1 big tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. I'll stir that too very well, and let this fry very well for about 5 to 6 minutes. So here the masala is nicely frying away. You can see it, right? The oil is nicely come. I have shown you all this recipe, this doodhi recipe, about twice I think I've shown, but then today is another normal lunch routine, so it's nicely fried. So then at this stage I will drop in the doodhi that we have washed and cut really well. Stir that too very well. Let it fry for about 5 minutes in this, and then into this I will put half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, that's haldi. And then I'll put in about 3 spoons of coriander powder, that is dhania powder. Okay, and then mix that too very well. Mix it very well. This is all is the masala for this. Okay, till the raw smell goes. Mix it very well. I'll also drop in some curry leaves. Curry leaves are optional. If you like, you can. Otherwise, you can omit it. As you know that I love my curry leaves, being a South Indian. So fry it for about 5 minutes. So at this stage, I put some water in the mixie that we ground the masala. I poured that in. And then into this, the ground coconut. Stir it very well. And I'll close the cooker and I'll give it 2 whistles. And the curry is done. On the other side, my rice is getting ready. And I'll be making a greens fougade. I'll show you that. So as I told you, I'm going to make a greens fougade. So I've taken 1 bundle of these greens. I've chopped it up and I've washed it, and now I'm letting it stand in a handful of salt in case there's any impurities, for that to go away. Then I'll strain it and I'll use it. Then to make the fougade, I have taken 1 big onion and I've sliced it up, and I've taken 1 big, or you can call it medium size potato, and I've chopped it up into very small bits here just to give it a little flavor. And to temper it, I have taken like this 2 small pieces of dry chili. You can put a little bit extra, you can even slit and put green chilies, but as you know I don't have, so I'm using just that. And then I will drop in this 1 bowl of grated coconut into this, and I will also use 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic. So now let me show you how I'm going to do it. And here I have washed and drained the greens, and so now let's start making. So here I put on a pot. Into that about 1 tablespoon of oil, and into that oil my everyday seasoning, my normal seasoning. I'm putting about half a teaspoon of my normal seasoning. Now that the mustard is fluttering, I'm putting in the dry chilies, and into the dry chilies I'll put in the onions, and into this I'll put some crushed garlic and stir this very well. Okay, stir this very well. You don't need to brown anything here, just that the garlic should get cooked a bit. And as that is frying away, we'll drop in the chopped potatoes, so that the potatoes also can get cooked, and fry this very well. See, it's frying very well. Hope you can get a nice view of it. And for the potatoes to cook, I'll put 3 teaspoons of water, so the potatoes can cook before we put the greens in. Okay, so now the potatoes are about 75% cooked. I'll put in these greens. And remember never to cover greens when you're cooking greens, because that is why when we cover the greens, that is when the green color goes away. So don't cover the greens when you cook it. And don't add water, just sprinkle some water here and there. Okay, I'll lower the heat. I lowered the heat. Okay, and I'll just stir it a bit. Greens is something, when you put in the greens, there will be such a lot of greens, and then when it cooks, it just becomes a handful. So mainly that is the reason why I've added the potatoes, so it will help in the bulk for the family, so that is the thing. Okay, so now we'll let it cook for a while. So here I'll put salt to taste. You can add salt according to your taste. This is according to mine. Okay, stir it up very well, and then we'll just let it cook. Okay, it has to cook a little more. There's water in it, and the water has to dry up. Okay, so here my sabji is ready, and I'm going to put the greens. I'm going to put the coconut, and I'll stir it a bit. Hope you can see it. Okay, and it is ready now. I'll show you all the food. So hope all of you are getting a good view. This is my fogard, greens fogard with potato. This is my doodhi curry, my rice, and then I will show you how I plate it up. Okay, so this is how my food is all come out today. This is the doodhi curry. It's really delicious. This is my rice. This is my greens fogard. Hope you can see it really well. My rice, fogard, and my curry. I'm also frying some papad, and I will show you the papad also. Okay, hope all of you will like my lunch today, my simple lunch. As usual, all my stuff is really simple. Hope all of you like it, and hope all of you will try this at home. Okay, so take care everyone. God bless. Please like and subscribe. I request all of you to watch my video to the end and give it a thumbs up, please. That will help me.